안녕하세요. 매일매일 운동하기를 실천하고 있는 동탄 왕포입니다. 집에 와서 스트레칭을 하고 있으면서 핸드폰을 봤는데 회사 동생이 갑자기 말을 걸어가지고 수다를 떠느라고 시간이 많이 지체됐습니다. 오늘 좀 일찍 자야 되거든요. 그래서 오늘은 운동을 대충 하겠습니다. 아까 스트레칭은 대충 했기 때문에 팔굽혀펴기랑 복근 운동을 위주로 하겠습니다. 지금 제가 내셔널 지오그래피를 틀어놓고 지금 있었는데 너무 재미없어. 지금 무슨 그 야생 무슨 이상한 데서 뭐 탐험 같은 거를 하는 건지 종주를 하는 건지 잘 모르겠는데 편집이 이상한 건지 일부러 촬영팀이 가서 야 여기서 이렇게 올라가는 걸 찍자 하고 찍고 또 딴 데 가고 찍고 이런 식으로 하는 것 같아요. 완전 뻘짓을 하고 있습니다. 그래서 일단 이건 못 보겠어요. 그냥 CNN을 보는 게 나은 것 같아요. 운동하겠습니다.
The White House is disputing what the FBI Director Chris Wray testified under oath to lawmakers yesterday, that there is no evidence of widespread voter fraud in the United States. Again, the director of the FBI. This as President Trump and other members of administration not committing to a peaceful transfer to power, or doing so only as long as it's decided, it seems to say, they say, by November 3rd, and if they deem it to be free and fair.
Right. If they deem it to be free and fair, right? That's an important point, Jim. Let's bring in our Mani Raju and our John Harwood. Good morning to you both. John, let's begin with you. What are the standards for a free and fair election? Because it's not just what one person feels about how the election has gone. And also talk to us about how the open seat on the Supreme Court factors into all of this.
Well, the standard for a free election and fair election in this country is the election we've had for a long time. You know, one of the things that we sometimes forget in all this partisan wrangling is that some of the most dedicated, the least partisan, the most effective public servants we have are local elections officials who are dedicated to a fair and accurate count. The system's not perfect. There are a lot of inconsistencies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. There are flaws in how all ballots get processed. We certainly saw that in 2000, and certainly there are issues with voting methods of all kinds. But we've had very good elections in this country, and what the president is trying to do, he is looking at an election that he is on track to lose. Don't know if he will, but Joe Biden's had a very stable and consistent lead nationally in key battleground states. And the president is trying to create doubt about it and create a pretext for challenging it, either in court or in the streets or whatever. His talk is very loose, so you don't know exactly what he's meaning. But we know that the reason he's raising these questions, the reason they're criticizing Chris Wray, the FBI director, is because Chris Wray is telling the truth, that we do not have widespread election fraud in this country. We haven't, and there's no reason to expect we will this year either.
Manu, the Senate passed a resolution by unanimous consent, in other words, no objections, reaffirming the commitment, I'm quoting here, to the orderly and peaceful transfer of power. Tell us why lawmakers, Democrat and Republican, felt the need to do that, and the significance and legal power of that resolution.
Well, it has no significance legally, or it's not binding on anything. It's really just sending a message, and the message of the Republicans was that there will be a peaceful transition of power. They knew that the president's comments were indefensible, given how this is a bedrock of democracy, a peaceful transition.
오늘
When
여기까지만
one
하겠습니다.
party loses, when one president loses, that
갑자기 너무
there will
하기
be no
싫어요.
president coming in. There's no
안 할래.
other way to argue around that. So Republicans were somewhat quick to come out and make that case. But one thing that in talking to
씻고
another
빨리 자겠습니다.
Republicans yesterday was
안
that
할래, 안 할래.
the words that they did not utter from their mouths was Donald Trump. They would not really criticize him.